The next rule of the game is that all board careers are incremental, which means the first board appointment leads to the second board appointment. And in most experiences where I've been involved with board directors, aspiring and experienced, they've all started pretty much in the same way. They've started with relatively modest board appointments in the early days, and these early board appointments have led to another appointment and another appointment, and it might take several of those appointments before they actually start to be remunerated for their board director services, and it might take a little while before they start to achieve more complex, higher profile, larger board seats. And this paradigm applies to everyone that I come across, including very senior C-suite executives. And it's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of the C-suite make when they enter the board director market. They fail to recognize that they're moving into a new paradigm. They're moving into a new talent pool. And whilst they might have been a leader as a CEO or a COO or a CMO in the market, when they come across to the non-executive director market, they're coming back down to the basics, and they've still got to earn their stripes. They've still got to build up some solid board experiences before they can even consider applying for those higher profile board appointments. And so we typically see that in the early days, people are starting out in very modest circumstances. They're serving on not-for-profit boards, small private company boards. They're serving on startup companies as advisory board members. They might even be serving on their body corporate or their school board. This is how you build your quality board experiences up, and each board leads to the next. That is the rule of the game. No one I see, goes from, from zero to hero overnight. They do not land into high profile, commercially paid board appointments from a flat start. They've typically served for sometimes quite a few years on relatively modest boards, and these board appointments are always incremental. The first leads to the second leads to the third. Now, if you want to try and beat the algorithm, if you like, if you want to try and test the philosophy, you'll find that you'll end up missing out on really good, solid, early stage opportunities that are going to actually give you the platform to have a very successful board career. And this is why I really counsel people who come to me for advice, or they're trying to secure their first or their second board appointment. You have to be prepared to earn the stripes and put the ego aside. And this is how the vast majority of people, when you look at them on the ASX and in the highest profile board appointments, if you trace back their board career, there was a point in time when they started early, they started small, they started on a relatively modest board, and that was the catalyst to lead to the next appointment and the next appointment.